everyone. Hello. What is up, guys? If you don't know this voice by now, then why are you listening to this podcast on Apple Podcast or Amazon Music Podcast, or watching this video form on YouTube? What is up, guys? It is James, aka Jimmy Pancakes 20, back here to do another video / podcast of the Jimmy Pancakes 20 show. And this one is very special. This one is my first ever movie review. And today is a very special movie that we are doing. We are doing the remake of The Crow that came out August 23rd, 2024. And it stars Bill Schreiner. He's the guy from It that played Pennywise. I don't know how to say his name. That's the only one I recognize from the movie. And basically, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my lovely co-host. You know her, you love her. My mom, Marsha. So, Mom, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
So, we are going to talk about a little bit about what the plot is. And then give our honest opinion if we liked it, what we liked about the movie, what we disliked about the movie, and then we're going to give our final rating from 1 being the worst to 5 being the best. So, if you guys are ready, sit back, relax, and enjoy the first Jimmy Pancakes 20 show movie review, the 2024 remake of The Crow. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the one of the
posters.
Thank you.
You're
for
welcome.
The Crow. As I said, it stars Bill. I hope I'm saying his name, Schreider or something.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, he's the one that played Pennywise in the It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. So, if you don't know the history of The Crow, this is the remake from the 1997 movie that starred Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, that tragically passed away on the set of the original Crow. And so he never finished the movie. So, just like how they had to do Paul Walker, they had to get stunt body doubles to do the scenes, and then they used digital
like CGI
to put his face and stuff on it. Very tragic of what happened to Bruce Lee. Luckily, Bill Schreider never had that thing. But yeah, it's based off I want to say it's based off a graphic novel. I want to say, I'm not really sure. I didn't do too much detail.
I don't know, but I think a book is about it, but I'm not sure.
It's a book or a graphic novel.
Yeah.
And they turned into a movie, and then many years later, they did the remake of The Crow. So, if you don't know what the story is, here's a brief summary of what it is. Bill, I'm just going to call him Bill because I don't know his last name, is basically a child who lost his favorite horse. I guess they were living somewhere in
the country.
And he lost his favorite horse, and then his mother gets killed. So he's put in a mental asylum. And so he's there for many years, and then he meets his love interest. I think her name was Cheyenne.
It was Cheyenne.
Yeah. Who is basically a girl who used to be a pianist, and she did something when she was very young, because the main bad guy of the thing, he made a deal with the devil to send souls to hell so we could have eternal life. So, um, so Cheyenne gets herself arrested because the bad men are after her, and that's where she meets Bill. They escape the insane asylum, and they have a few months like happy together, and then unfortunately, she gets killed by the bad guys, and he gets killed, and so he goes to kind of like a middle place between heaven and earth.
Yeah.
And basically, there's a kind of like a guide there for him, and he basically goes back, tries to kill some people. Then, when he finds out what she does, he finally gets killed, and so he makes a deal saying that I will trade my soul
for
hers, and basically goes on a murdering rampage until he gets
murdered all the bad guys.
And basically finally meets the man responsible, takes him to that middle place. The bad guy finally gets defeated, and he rescues his love, but unfortunately he can't go with her, so she comes back to life, and he stays in the middle place, swore to protect her. So that's the movie in a nutshell. So, yeah. So, Mom, your thoughts about like the story and stuff like that. What did you like about the movie, and then we'll talk about the negative stuff.
I really like the movie. I like the storyline. Action-packed adventure. Really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And I loved the movie.
Yeah. So, I love like Bill Pat's, or Bill, whatever his name is. He was a perfect role for the Crow. Oh, and his character's name is Dean. I forgot to mention that.
Dean, yeah.
Dean. And so, so basically, I liked the story. I thought the casting was good. Basically, this movie takes place in Detroit. It looks like it's in Detroit. It's not really clear where it is, but
it really looked like Detroit to me.
There's a couple of scenes where you can see like police officers' badge, and it says Detroit on them. So I'm assuming it's in Detroit, but not really
sure
where the setting for this movie is.
Mm-hmm.
I love the story. I thought the casting was perfect. Some new people that I never have seen in movies before, except for the main guy that played Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now let's talk about the bad stuff that you did not like.
I can't think of any bad stuff. I loved the movie. It was great. You?
So, the only issue is I understand why he traded his soul for hers, but I want to know, did she give him the power? Because if you remember, there's one particular scene where she puts her hand on him, and was she transferring her power to him?
That's what I'm wondering.
So they really don't go into details about that, but everything else they did details. But I'm just wondering if she transferred some power to him.
Maybe we can look it up and
find out. But that's the only really issue I had. But everything else was good. Yeah. So, I really did enjoy this movie. A lot of people, like the reviews that I've read, a lot of people did not like it. Some did like it. So, if you're a fan of the original Crow movie, which I personally have never seen, But now
I want to watch it.
But now I'm interested in seeing the original film.
Hopefully, you can find it on somewhere.
But just for the remake, not knowing so much about it, I really did enjoy it. It was a good movie. So definitely, this is definitely a movie I recommend. Definitely, checking out in theaters. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be in theaters, but if you can see it in theaters, I really recommend it.
Right.
So, yeah. Um, yeah, so I have nothing else to say. Anything bad. So your rating, Mom, from 1 being the worst to 5 being the best.
I would give it a 5.
You would give it a 5. Now, why would you give it a 5?
The acting was great. A lot of action in there.
You didn't really have any complaints.
No, not at all.
So you're giving it a 5 out of 5.
Yes. What about you?
For me, I have to be, a little bit more honest. That part where she's like, holding his hand and stuff, I'm not sure if she had the power in her that transferred to him. I wish they went into details a little bit about that. So just because of that scene, I have to give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Everything else was perfect.
Right.
But just that one scene got me a little confused.
Yeah, got it. I know what scene you're talking about, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's pretty much it for the Crow remake movie. So that was our first movie review. Please let me know in the comments below or on any of my social media sites. You can follow my co-host on her social media sites, which is @AK Twitter and Instagram, or you can follow me on my Facebook page, my @/Twitter, my Instagram, and my new social media site, which is TikTok. So pretty much that is
that's it.
That's it for the review. I know this was a short video. Not really much else to talk about.
It's just like, if you like action-packed adventure movies, this is a good one for you.
Well, I would say it's action-packed and a little, scary as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, as I said, if anyone's a fan of the original Crow movie, give this movie a chance, because a lot of people said it was bad. We did enjoy it. So definitely, if you can see it in theaters, definitely see it in theaters. So, Mom, your final thoughts before I wrap up this video / podcast?
Really good. If you liked action movies, go see it.
Right. All right, guys. So I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank everyone for listening. I was your host, Mr. James, aka Jimmy Pancakes. Thank you again for my co-host, Marsha, for joining me for this video.
You're welcome.
And please, if you want to see more movie reviews, please let me know in the comments down below. And don't worry, I know a lot of people have been asking about the food reviews. Those are returning. I just had to take a few months off from that, but those will be returning, as well as I'm going to still continue with my Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood, my Not Scary Farm, my Halloween Horror Nights Orlando history videos of all the years I went to any Halloween event up until 2022. Those videos are slowly coming. As you guys know, I do have a full-time job working at the AMC, so I do these videos on the side. So please just be patient with me. So I don't know what the next video is going to be coming out, but thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or late night whenever you're watching this video on YouTube or the audio form on Apple Podcasts or Amazon Music Podcasts. Bye-bye.
Bye.